MRI, CT scans, surgeries, and ICU services during emergencies. Knowing you're protected and can access quality care gives you the freedom to focus on what matters most, your health. So, head over to our website and grab your bronze plan today.
Ah, that smile. It beams with confidence, knowing that your entire crew is protected. Your building, work tools and assets are secure, and no accident will break your budget. Yes, that assurance that your risks are well mitigated. So keep smiling, knowing your dreams are protected. Build stories, not stories, with AXA Mansard Builders Liability Insurance. Ah, that smile. It beams with confidence, knowing that your entire crew is protected. Your building, work tools and assets are secure, and no accident will break your budget. Yes, that assurance that your risks are well mitigated.
Hello? All right, let's quickly do a quick top. This is 9 o'clock. It's 10 now, so we can do 30 minutes, right? Just to switches and voting, right? Okay, two resolutions. So do we have a dry run? Do we have a dry run link? MC, do we have a dry run link? So where's the... No, we can't use the actually. Okay, same link for yesterday. Where's Julius? Julius is supposed to be with the... Okay, because it's the one helping with the switching actually. That's Okay, so we are pretty much just testing.
Hello. Okay. Kunle, I'm the one replacing Kunle today. I'm your new CEO.
How is charge?
Masak Bubuin. If I'm CEO, you cannot see Kunle doesn't have hair. Show that.
So we are majorly testing the switching.
And then the queue for each queue. No. He's online. But when we introduce you, you have to sit down there so that they will just zoom into you. You show your face. But they might zoom into your face just in case, since you are here. She's still coordinating, no. Yeah. So they just zoom to you and then you can move back. Okay.
All right.
1, 2.
Camera rolling. I just don't move in front of the cameras. Yeah, you can go under the camera, yes. All right, sound check. Okay, at least I'm using the mic.
So somebody from, okay, anybody?
Have we launched the
Can
link?
you guys hear from, it's live. Online guys, that's Zoom, Abby? YouTube. Morola called Doyin to log into the Zoom link of yesterday so she can see, she can hear and ask questions.
So we are really looking into the switching. Audio visual, please. Are you guys with me? We are really looking into the seamless of the switching from one to the other. Then there was a break yesterday when the resolution was being put together. There was a 2
When they were
minutes
counting the
when we
shareholder
were counting
one.
the shareholder.
So you have that time when you play the video.
So we need to have that interlude. All right?
So she can just join online. Okay.
All right. So that's basically what we are going to be looking at. All right.
Okay, you're not there, Abi.
Everybody good?
Because I need a kawi. I have to go and paint my.
Everybody good? All right.
Show you making the fine.
Only mine. All right, let's do this, guys. All right. We're having interferences.
Is there anybody logged into Zoom in this call?
So, are you on Zoom or on YouTube?
He is on YouTube.
Nobody should log into Zoom in the room because of interference.
There is no Zoom anybody in here. We are all on.
All right.
Are you with Zoom?
So at every point in time, it's just the first stanza of the national anthem that we are doing, guys. Note.
Have they removed it from that screen? It's only the first stanza being on the screen.
We're only doing the first stanza so that we can.
15
All right.
minutes, yeah.
Camera rolling. Sound check. 1, 2, 3, go. Action.
Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 32nd Annual General Meeting of your company, AXA Mansard Insurance PLC. Based on the information provided by the registrars and confirmed by the company secretary, there is a quorum for this AGM for AXA Mansard, and I now declare the meeting open. Can we have the national anthem played, please? Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Thank you. Oh, the volume is low. Sound volume is low. I'm all fine. Oh, Lord. Sorry, I distracted the meeting.
Shall we?
Mm-hmm. Okay, dear Chair, the meeting is being held virtually in compliance with Business Facilitations and Miscellaneous Provisions Act. The act is aimed at promoting the ease of doing business, enhancing productivity, and ensuring transparency in Nigeria. Section 11 of the BFT allows us to hold this meeting electronically. I would like to introduce the directors and officers. By my side, I have Mr. Kunle Ahmed, the CEO, Mrs. Rashida Tadebisi, Mr. Agbola Akinola is online, Mr. Tokwe Adeniyi, Ms. Abiola Bada, Melina Kotla, Mariano, and myself, Mr. Kola Adeshino. I would like to also introduce the company secretary, Moume Adeusi. We have representatives of the following regulators and professional bodies with us online. Securities and Exchange Commission represented by Mr. Usman Idris, Nigerian Exchange Commission represented by Ms. Brenda Duke, representatives of the Corporate Affairs Commission. Now, this should have changed. This should have changed. Hmm? No. No, but the slides cannot scatter now. It's the same slide. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so before we introduce the chairman, go to the slide. Yes. So before no no no. So before we introduce the board, there is meant to be, yes, slide 6. Immediately after the national anthem. What's the next slide after national anthem? Then after this one, next slide. Before we proceed, I would like to draw the attention, then this is it. So what we need to do is to notify the chairman not to go to director's introduction. Do you understand? I'll just pinch him to say pause. Because the next thing is, on the order of proceedings, it doesn't show that before we go to this, you said that I would like to draw the attention to the virtual AGM notice, and then to ensure it's recommended that voting link and enter dedicated code. That is what we have on the slide. So it's just to follow it. Then it's after that, then we go straight to introduction. Because I was skipping it, that's why. There's no problem. Say director and officer. We can remove. Do you have PowerPoint there or PDF? So just put S, line officer in. Because it's meant to be officers. I know. Oh yeah, so let's move. After director and officer. Okay, so I finished. Now, representatives of SEC. Yes, so SEC, then NGX, CAC, NICOM, Oyelami Adegoke. Yes. No. It's just to tell people that they are there. Then our registrar's data mark. So you can then zoom in and show Mrs. Folayon's face. Then we go back to DCSL. And then joining us online are members of the Statutory Audit Committee. Next slide. We would also like to acknowledge the presence of all our shareholders and stakeholders attending this meeting via the live stream. Dear shareholders, to facilitate an effective conduct of this meeting, which is being streamed live, we appeal to everyone to please observe the following rules of engagement. If you wish to speak, please indicate by clicking on the raise hand icon. When called upon to speak, please state your first name and surname before you make your comments. Kindly keep your comments and questions brief so as to ensure that other people are given a fair opportunity to also participate. If you encounter any issues during this meeting, please click on the chat box and our representatives will be on hand to assist you. The register of directors, shareholding, and record of attendance, as well as annual reports, are available on the company's website. Please note that there will be an opportunity to second each resolution put at this meeting. Notice of meeting. I'll now call the Company Secretary, Mrs. Omomi Adeosi, to read the notice of meeting. Notice read. Director's financial statement. So the chairman will hold it, so you have to zoom in to him when he's doing this. And then when he's saying that, I have the pleasure of presenting director's report and audited financial statements of the company, as well as the chairman's statement for the year ended December 31st, 2023. The director's report can be found on page 37 of the annual report, which has been displayed on the company's website, and suggest that they be taken as read. I now lay before you the director's report and audited financial statements of your company for the year ended December 31, 2023, in accordance to CAMA. I would like to introduce the representative of KPMG, Mr. Oyelami Adegoke, to read the auditor's report. So I need somebody to just unmute. Is there anybody there that you can unmute? There's no attendee there. Okay. So that we can test that is working. So audit committee report and then external consultant report. So question and answer. We need to get someone just to talk so that we're sure that the connection is working well. Can she raise her hand? And then, Ifeanyi, is anybody's hand up now?
Can you hear me? Hello. Good morning, everyone.
Okay. Okay, that's from online, so we can hear. But she's a panelist. It's meant to be. It's fine. I'm sure we should. Okay, so question and answer. I now call on the registrars to explain the voting process.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Esteemed shareholders, please be informed that we have captured valid voting details for a total of 3 shareholders received by way of proxies, totaling 7,142,913,484 units of shares, representing 79.37% of the company's issued shares. As you vote on the resolutions that will be announced by the chairman, kindly note that the voting results will be inclusive of pre-captured votes. We have put together a short video that will guide you on how to vote using the online platform. Please watch.
To the AXA Mansard Annual General Meeting 2024. Please follow the steps to cast your votes and ensure your devices are internet enabled. Prior to this time, an email invite has been sent to those with email addresses. Please refer to the earlier invitation via mail to enable you access the online voting link and token. Click on the online voting link sent to you and enter your unique token received. Click the Continue tab. This will then take you to the online voting platform and dashboard. As soon as voting starts, specific resolutions will appear on your screen with the voting options for, against, and abstain displayed. Simply select the option of your choice. Voting will be open for 1 minute only. Please note, you can change your vote within the 1 minute window by simply clicking on another option. Once the voting period ends, your last selected voting option will be registered as your final vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Please take a look at your email as received to cast your vote. Click on the voting link URL and enter your personalized voting token. Click Continue and wait for the prompt to cast your vote. The screen will display the resolution. Kindly proceed to click for, against, or abstain in line with your voting decision. Also note that you can change your votes within 1 minute window by simply clicking on another option. Once the voting period ends, your last selected voting option would be registered as your final vote. Voting will now commence now. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, registrars. So we'll go quickly into the resolutions. Resolution 1, to receive the audited financial statements for the year ended December 31, 2023, and the reports of the directors and auditor and audit committee thereon. I hereby move that the audited financial statements for the financial year December 31, 2023, and the reports of the directors, the auditor, and audit committee thereon laid before this meeting be and are hereby received. Can I have a seconder, please? Second. Thank you very much. The registrars may now proceed with the voting process.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Voting has commenced. Please cast your votes in line with your voting decision. We have 5 seconds left. Voting has now ended. At the end of the voting process, we have a total of 7,142,508,495 units of shares, 100% vote cast in favor of the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. So we go straight to resolution 2. Please recall that your company had paid interim dividends in the sum of 6 kobo ordinary share of 2 naira each to shareholders in December 2023. Directors are proposing the payment of an additional sum of 35 kobo per 2 naira as final dividend, bringing the total dividend paid to shareholders for the 2023 financial year to 40 kobo per 2 naira share. I hereby move that a final dividend in respect of the year ended 31st December 2023 of 30 kobo of 2 naira per share, subject to appropriate withholding tax deduction, comprising of the 6 kobo already paid as interim at the rate of 2 naira per share in December, and 34 kobo to be paid as final dividend at the rate of 2 kobo per share upon its approval at this AGM to shareholders which names are registered in the company's register of members as at the close of business on 8th of August. I hereby call for a seconder. Seconded. The registrars may now proceed with voting process.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Voting has commenced. Please cast your votes in line with your voting decision. We have 30 seconds to the end of the voting process.
No, remove it. I hereby move that final dividend of the year ended December of 40 kobo. Do you understand? Of 40 kobo of 2 naira per share, subject to comprising of 6 kobo already paid and the rate of this per share, and to be paid as final dividend at the rate of this to shareholders.
Voting has now ended. At the end of this voting, we have 7.142 billion shares, representing 100% of the total votes cast in favor of the resolution. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. So we move to electing the members of the audit committee. To elect shareholders of the statutory audit committee, we will now take the resolution to elect. Section 404, subsection 6 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act requires that nominations to the audit committee shall be in writing and shall be delivered to the company secretary at least 21 days before the annual general meeting. The Act requires that membership of the Audit Committee shall comprise of 5 members, consisting of 2 non-executive directors and 3 members of the shareholders of the company. The Company Secretary has confirmed the receipt of 7 nominations and 1 withdrawal. Following the withdrawal, we now have 6 valid nominations for election into the committee. The valid nominees are Mr. Hassan Musa, Mr. Yakubu Ajara Oyize, nominating Mr. Kabiru Abdullahi Tambari. Mrs. Titilope Okonlawon, nominating Mrs. Adebisi Bakari. Mr. Daudu Misbah Olasukomi, nominating Mr. Oyeleye Adenike Elizabeth. Ms. Nwamaka Chijena, nominating Mr. Henry Akwara. Mr. Yusuf Olaiton Lukman, nominating Mr. Adebayo Oluwafemi Abayomi. Mrs. Olanike Olaniyan, nominating Mr. Dayo Afelomo, representing WSTC Financial Services Limited. Since the maximum number of representatives of shareholders on the audit committee is 3, an election will be conducted. To facilitate a smooth proceeding of this meeting, voting will be by count. The 3 nominees will be, with the highest number of votes, will be the shareholder representative of the audit committee. I now hand over to registrars to conduct the voting process.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Sorry.
Why is she not changing?
Oh, sorry. Please note that you can only vote for one shareholder at a time. The 3 shareholders with the highest votes will
Please,
be
can we
deemed.
repeat this, please?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Esteemed shareholders.
Wait. Please. Okay, so since the maximum number of representatives of shareholding on the audit committee is 3, an election will be conducted. To facilitate smooth proceedings of this meeting, voting will be by count. The 3 nominees with the highest number of votes will represent shareholders on the audit committee. I now hand over to the registrars to conduct the voting process.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Esteemed shareholders, please note that you can only vote for one shareholder at a time. The 3 shareholders with the highest votes will be deemed elected. The voting session for each shareholder shall last for 30 seconds. The next slide shows the nominees. If you would like to vote for Mr. Kabiru Abdullahi Tambari, please vote now. We have 10 seconds to the end of this voting process. . Voting has now ended. If you'd like to vote for Adebisi Bakari, please vote now. The voting has now ended. If you'd like to vote for Okeleye Adenike Elizabeth, please let us vote now. We have 10 seconds to the end of the voting process. Voting has now ended. If you'd like to vote for Henry Afara, please vote now. We have 10 seconds to the end of the voting process. Voting has now ended. If you would like to vote for Adebayo Oluwafemi Abayomi, please vote now. We have 10 seconds to the end of the voting process. Voting has now ended. If you would like to vote for Mr. Dayo Afelomo, representing WSTC Financial Services Limited, please vote now. They have voting has now ended. Mr. Chairman, we would like to request for 2 minutes to collect the results of this election. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
This is noted.
That smile, it beams with confidence, knowing that your entire crew is protected. Your building, work tools and assets are secure, and no accident will break your budget. Yes, that assurance that your risks are well mitigated. So keep smiling, knowing your dreams are protected. That assurance that your risks are well mitigated. So keep smiling, knowing your dreams are protected. Build stories, not stories, with AXA Mansard Builders Liability Insurance Cover.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At the end of this voting process, Adebisi Bakari had 1 vote. Henry Aquara had 1 vote. Dayo Afelomo, representing WSTC Financial Services Limited, had 1 vote. Okeleye Adenike Elizabeth had 0 votes. Adebayo Oluwafemi Ayomi had 0 votes. Kabiru Abdullahi Tambari had 0 votes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, registrars. Therefore, the newly constituted members of your audit committee are Ms. Abiola Bada, Mr. Mariano Calabero, Ms. Adebisi Bakari, Henry Aquara, and Dayo Afelomo, representing the shareholders. This concludes the business of the meeting. I thank you all for attending this meeting, which I now declare closed.
Nigeria, we hail our own dear native land. Though tried
A sound check. A sound check. Yes.
Let's do 9:45 because the advert is 10 minutes.